Welcome everybody. In this video, I'll be demonstrating the basic functions of Hisense VRF software. First of all, before we draw anything, we need to make sure we choose the right units, just like how we does in AutoCAD. On the bottom right, you will find the unit setting button. Click on it and you will find all the parameters and their corresponding units. Change the units according to your preferences, for example meter, millimeter, foot or inch as the unit of length, as well as the capacity and also other parameters. Then click OK. On the top section, click the system configuration icon to set the project's background info like the location, power supply and also frequency. The settings will only be saved as default after you click OK. And then moving on, you will see a few checkboxes below to choose whether to show the actual or corrected results, and also display the sensible heat capacity. In the other setting tab, you can choose the language display in the software, which includes the Chinese, English, German, Italian, Dutch, Polish, and also Russian. Keep in mind that the language setting will only take effect after restarting the software. To start out with a new canvas, select New Project icon and fill up the information required in the tabs shown. As for the project location, if you have selected the location before in the system configuration as shown just now, the city will be displayed accordingly. If not, you can choose the region, country, and also city here too. The project location effects is the design conditions, which include the altitude, atmospheric pressure, summer outdoor dry bulb temperature, and also the indoor design conditions. And also, of course, the indoor design condition values are editable and embedded with a psychrometric calculator. Check on the boxes below if you wish the software to include the altitude and also the dust stratification corrections, whereby 1.1 is recommended for cooling only, 1.15 for heating only, and 1.2 for cooling and heating application. Entering into the selection canvas, as you can see there's only one system by default, and you can add as many systems as you prefer by clicking on the Add System icon. This same goes to the floors and rooms, or you can right-click in the blank spaces here too. To modify the floors and rooms name, just double-click on it or you can do it right in the info box below. Besides that, the floor name, height, and etc. are editable. Next, to select the indoor units for the floors and rooms selected, click on the Add Indoor Unit icon or right-click in the blank areas. Fill up the necessary information, which includes the indoor unit type in the drop-down list below. Then, on the right side of the Floors and Room tab, there's two choices to choose from: whether to allow the software to help you to do the selection based on the load, or choosing manually, which requires adding the quantity manually. The auto select will match the indoor unit quantity according to the load as shown, and voila! The indoor unit is placed into the selected indoor unit section. Click on Apply and Continue to proceed to the next floor and room. Take note that if you change your mind from choosing the automatic selection to manual selection during the selection process, the number of indoor units available for selection shown is 0. This is because that the software has already selected quantity according to the auto mode. And to select manually, right-click and delete the selected model and add in the quantity manually. As for the outdoor unit selection, double-click on it and fill in the information required. For example, the placement location of the outdoor unit and installation height. Assuming the indoor unit installation height is 3 meters and the outdoor installation height will be shown 0 by default. Thus, the height difference is indoor minus outdoor, which is negative 3 meters. The default maximum pipe length is 7 meters based on tested conditions, and hence no special modification is needed, as after laying out the units and pipes are drawn, the actual maximum pipe length will be calculated automatically. Moving on to the same system quantity, to key in the amount of identical system, which eases a lot of work if the project contains multiple typical systems. Find all the different outdoor unit series in the series drop-down list. The matching ratio is shown and click on the plus sign to add it into the system, or just let the software to help you choose the best outdoor unit closest to 100% matching ratio by clicking the recommended outdoor unit button. Next, in the Project Explorer window, click on the Equipment Layout icon under the Layout taskbar to start laying out your equipment. The equipment can be presented in DWG format or image format under the Config icon block taskbar. Other display settings are also available, including the pipe label unit, prefixes, gas liquid pipe separator symbol, and also the indoor unit, outdoor unit label contents. If you would like to edit the aesthetics of the layer, right-click and select Layer Settings, where you can modify the line color, width, type, and text height for all devices, accessories, and pipings. Next, we show the best function in the software, automatic refrigerant pipe connection. Without any background, the equipment layout is relatively simple. An automatic connection can be directly adopted and piping calculation can be completed at the same time as the automatic connection. Then, to edit the pipes, double-click on the pipe and here you can key in the drawing length, custom length, and whether or not to use the custom length as default. Hence, the length is not shown in the layout and vice versa. Then you have the high-low pressure pipe diameter, condensate pipe diameter, accessories, cooling and heating load, pipe label contents whereby the diameter and the length is chosen by default and whether or not to display the labels. To have the pipes to have a specific length, fill in the values as custom length and proceed to the next pipe by clicking switch to the next pipe segment or click enter. Other miscellaneous functions which include the expansion view where vertical schematic diagrams are generated. You can save it into a report or export separately. Moving on to the completed piping connected equipment diagram, you can export it into DWG format or picture as you want it, or print the drawing by dragging on the area and click print. As for the control system, auto-connect the connection wiring by clicking the auto control wire icon. If there is lines overlap, you can manually adjust it. As for the group control, select the controller for the indoor unit first according to your project preferences. For example, you can choose the HYXE J01H1. Then select the indoor units that needs to be group controlled and right-click to add the group controller. Choose the main controller, then the secondary controllers, and place the group controller on a suitable location. As for the power supply systems in the indoor unit section, power distribution boxes are available. Simply click on it, name it, and place it onto the canvas. Click on the auto power connection icon and all power cables will be connected. However, you will notice the distribution box power and the current level is 0. To calculate it, click on the power connection diagram icon. Then, you can display the diagram in report or also export it as DWG drawings. When the background floor plans are available, import it in and let the software draw for you. After creating a new project, directly dive into the layout and select the multi-system mode if multiple systems share the same background floor plan before inserting the floor plan. The supported floor plans formats includes DWG, image, or even PDFs. Choosing the DWG format, for example, click on the insertion location and set the scale by entering the actual length based on the selected 2 points on the floor plan. The floor plan is rotatable based on the angle in counterclockwise direction. To start off, first load the background floor plan and add floors and rooms according to the project. Areas of the room can either be keyed in manually if the values is known, or you can measure it by selecting any point on the room as first point and draw a diagonal line for cuboid-shaped rooms and right-click. As for irregular rooms, use polyline and draw according to the room's circumference, and areas of the rooms will be measured according to the scale set. By knowing the room area, the required load of room can be estimated using heating or cooling load factor, which is the load per meter square. By assuming all rooms having the same load factor, fill in the load index and do pay extra careful on the units. As for the rooms, the area box is free to move and when clicked accidentally. Hence, you can right-click and select Lock Room. Moving on to selecting indoor units for the rooms. Every types of indoor units are shown in the toolbox and you can select according to your requirements. The indoor unit selected will be placed according to the rooms, and feel free to adjust the precise location by dragging it. Since this is a DWG file imported and you want it to remain as a DWG styles and format, click on Config and change the equipment display to DWG format. Then it's time to choose the outdoor unit. And for this case, I'll be trying to choose the S series for an example. And choose your desired model. However, if you have a hard time trying to choose the best suit for your case, you can actually let the software to get you the optimum selection by clicking on the recommended outdoor unit button. Then you can place the outdoor unit, and this time I'll be placing it on the rooftop. Draw the refrigerant pipe and not to mention the vertical pipe too. The vertical pipe here is named as F1. Also assuming it to have a 6 meters length long. Moving on to the first floor, place the corresponding vertical pipes and let's say the name as F1-1. Lastly, draw all the connecting refrigerant pipes to all other indoor units. In addition to the conventional manual connections, we can choose a slightly simpler way, which is to first select the indoor unit and the refrigerant pipe to be connected, and then right-click, choose Equipment Connection Pipe, and finish it off by calculating the drawing. After the calculation is successful, the layout will have no pop-outs and make some adjustments on the labels according to personal preferences. In cases where the piping length are unnecessary, you can right-click and choose Modify Pipe to change the label display. In the Length Height Difference Limit tab, you can find all the piping's info here, which includes the total pipe length, the length between the outdoor unit and the farthest indoor unit, the length between the outdoor unit and the first branch pipe, the length between the first branch pipe and the farthest indoor unit, the maximum length between the indoor unit and the branch pipe, the length between the farthest indoor unit and the nearest indoor unit, and also the height differences. As you know, our outdoor unit for System 1, which is the first floor, is a 2-module combination of 38 horsepower S-series. It is possible to display the individual modules by right-clicking the outdoor unit and click on Module Edit. Click Yes and there you go. Moving on to the outdoor power systems. Create a power distribution box, name it and place it anywhere, and connect the power cables automatically. The power connection diagram can be generated as well as in DWG format, which includes the indoor units. If you would like the report generated by this software to include prices, under the price template, if you have the price of all equipment here, feel free to put it in a few simple steps. First, click New. All devices and accessories are displayed here. Then, save it as an Excel. Open the Excel and put in all the prices. Save it and close. Return back to the software, click on Price Template and import the Modified Price Template Excel. And here, you can see that the prices just appears here and then you can click Apply. Last but not least, the software can generate a summary report for you, and you are free to choose the file format in PDF, Excel, or Word. First, choose whether to reflect the price in the report. Then, modify the report font and select the content that needs to be reflected in the report and click OK after the setting is completed.